It's a rough life. Living up to Lassie, it's a rough life. Trying to be so classy when I'm going through the garbage for a midday snack. Knowing I'm in trouble when the folks get back. It's a rough life. When fleas live on your belly, it's a rough life. When people call you smelly, I'm developing a complex. I might need a shrink. They blame me every time that something starts to stink. It's a rough life. Begging for a cookie is a rough life. Never getting nookie. They chase me from the kitchen when I start to beg. They think that I'm perverted when I hug their leg.
You may think I've got it made, chewing on a bone and lying in the shade. You may think that it's not work when you see me bury treasures in the dirt. Everybody thinks I'm just a simple-minded critter, but let me tell you something that you might not have considered. It's a rough life. Peeing on the flowers, it's a rough life. Sleeping 20 hours, domesticated canines must work real hard. A goldfish or a cat could never do this job. It's a rough life. Barking at the mailman, it's a rough life. Trying to catch your tail and drinking from the toilet when the seat is up. It doesn't taste too good when they forget to flush. It's a rough life. When dog food is your diet, it's a rough life. Let the humans try it. They tell me not to lick myself, but I still do. They would do the same if they could reach it too. Ow, ow, ow.
Hi, welcome to the show. My name is Jesse Goldberg, and this is my show. But for this particular show, I am giving up control to the Chico and the B-Man people. And the Chico and the B-Man people are not here, but just
Chico's here.
Chico's here, right?
Right.
So
B-Man's off on vacation
and
somewhere.
this is Gene Levine, right?
Yes.
And I'm Jesse Goldberg.
That's correct.
And you're Chico and the B-Man.
I'm just Chico.
Oh, you're not Chico and the B-Man.
Chico minus the B-Man.
Okay, Chico minus the B-Man. Okay, Gary, this is your show right now. You know, go ahead, because you are the big star of this channel now. So.
Well, thank you. First of all, I want to thank you both for being on my show. Thank you for coming on the show.
Shake hands.
But I want to talk about what you guys have been up to. You've been, rumor has it that you're producing a new play. That you wrote it. You
Not quite a new play, but we're producing a play.
Yeah, well, it's going to be appearing soon, right? Here locally.
Yes, it's going to be at the Gordon Jewish Community Center on Percy Warner Boulevard in Bellevue.
September 28th and 29th.
The name of the play is?
It's a Rough Life.
It's a Rough Life.
Rough is spelled R-U-F-F, like a dog barking. Ruff.
Oh.
All the actors play dogs.
All the actors?
All the actors play dogs.
Oh.
There's no people in it. I mean, there's people in it, but they're playing dogs.
The characters are dogs.
Oh,
right.
Look, all the characters are dogs, so it's an animal. You're an animal lover then.
Do you have a dog?
No, I don't.
So what do you do in this interview? You don't even have a dog.
I don't know.
Where's B-Man when we needed him? He has a dog, doesn't he?
Yeah. No, he doesn't have any dogs either.
Neither Chico or B.
No.
Okay.
But we love dogs. And we always wanted dogs. You know.
All right. Okay. Go ahead. You ask the question.
Well, how did a play about dogs? How'd you come up with that?
I saw cats in New York, and I bought a poster, and I had it on my wall, and just one day I'm walking past the poster, and a little voice in my head says, dogs. And so I thought about it for a while, and I liked the idea, and I called Jesse and said, Jesse, I got this idea. Why don't we do a musical where the characters are dogs? Because, I had just seen cats. And Jesse said, oh, I don't know. And then his girlfriend said, hey, Jesse, that's a great idea. You better do that. You really should do that.
I want to hear the real story.
Well, I know you're a dog guy.
A very big dog guy, right? Dogs better than people. The real story is Gene. I don't know what about the cats thing because that was before I came into the picture. But the story was, Gene calls me on the phone and he says, "Dogs." I said, "What do you mean, dogs?" "Dogs. A musical about dogs." I say, "Gene, it's going to take us at least a year to write this and like 10 years to sell it." So
You gotta get going on.
I said, eventually I said, "Okay, let's do it." We had a little bit of dispute about what we wanted to call it because he wanted to call it Dogs, and I wanted to call it It's a Rough Life, because I had a title in my head already. You know how you songwriters, you have titles. I had that title, so
Nice. So
yeah.
It worked out fine.
Yeah.
And the reason I called Jesse is because we had been to some of the same writers' nights, and he liked to write songs that were like off the beaten path, kind of about things that weren't just about, oh, I love you so much, or oh, I'm so hurt. And so, you know, I kind of got to know him. And then I remember he had one song at a writers' night that I thought was hilarious called Hair Today and Gone Tomorrow, about somebody, a middle-aged person losing their hair. And so that's when I really got to know him. I told him how much I liked that song, and then from there, as they say, that was history.
Now the reason why you're here really is because you're in the show that I'm producing, right?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And you play Duke.
Duke. That's right.
Tell me about Duke.
Duke is.
Even though I invented the character, me and Gene invented the character. Tell me about Duke.
Duke is the leader of the stray dog crew in the show, and he's probably the toughest, although we really don't get to see that. But he's got good leadership qualities, and he's really probably the most rational and the sanest of all the dogs in the crew. So I'm really having a good time with that.
So, but what happens, without giving all the plot away, what kind of, he has a love story interest, right?
Oh yeah. Duke's got a girl, Tiffany, beautiful girl, and he loves her very much. But you know, I don't want to tell the story there, Jesse.
Right, that's true.
If I go any farther than that, I might give something away.
Well, we're doing this play at the Jewish Community Center in Bellevue on the 28th and 29th of September, and it's called
It's a Rough Life.
Right. And some of the songs that you sing, what are the songs that you sing?
Well, I sing a little bit on His Bark is Worse Than His Bite, talking about Haskell. And I also sing I'm Proud to Be a Mutt.
Right.
Which we.
Because you're the leader of the Mutts.
Oh yeah, I'm the leader of the Mutts. You know, we can't have any of that breedism. You know, out here, we gotta. Everybody's got to be equal and respected for who they are, as mixed up as they might be. And also Cousin to the Wolf, which is a really cool song that I sing on top of a mountain. You know.
It's kind of a climax.
Yeah. Right. But don't tell too much.
Somewhere in the distant past, running wild and free, is a predator who's not afraid of anything he sees. Master of the forest in all his majesty, someone in the distant past is a part of me. I'm cousin to the wolf, proud and unashamed. Something in my soul refuses to be tamed. Written in my blood, whispered in the wind. Natural as the mountains, it fits me like my skin. The sky above will always be my roof. I was born a cousin to the wolf. Somehow in this modern world, we've learned to survive. But doing tricks and playing games won't make us feel alive. So maybe we've lost something in this comfort that we've gained. Someone from the distant past in spirit still remains. I'm cousin to the wolf, proud and unashamed. Something in my soul refuses to be tamed. Written in my blood, whispered in the wind. Natural as the mountains, it fits me like my skin. The sky above will always be my room. I was born a cousin to the wolf.
I've heard the songs. I love the songs.
Yeah, the songs are good.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the play. But let me
You're
ask you.
not invited.
Well, I'm going to come see it anyhow.
Okay.
There's 13 or 14 songs going to be in the play.
Right.
How many songs did you write before you? Did you just write that many and say these are them, or did you write more than that and then choose? How did you do that?
You think we wrote at least half before we started the book, right?
We had the plan. This is how it happened. We had the plan of the plot and everything. So we said, we need a song for this, we need a song for that, we need a song for that. And then we wrote them. And we got to about 8 or 9 songs. We said, we better start writing this thing. So I locked myself up for like, I don't know, 2 weeks or something. Yeah. And just wrote the first draft, right? And then I gave it to him and I said, okay, here's the first draft, fix it. And then that's how we got the first draft.
He really did lock himself up. When he came out, he had like a long beard. And
right.
He was looking rough.
Right, and then after that, it's been changed a lot, you know. And we even killed a character off. Like in Back to the Future, when he disappears, we had a character named Slobber that just totally disappeared now. And we also changed names of characters, things like that. The more you read it and the more you do it, the more you realize what's weak and what works.
So how long did it take you to build the play?
About a year, right?
Well, about a year, but you know, to the point that we are now, it took us 10 years.
Yeah. But to get it going that first time, took you a year to get going?
Yeah, to where it was ready to at least perform.
Yeah. And who played all the music? Did you play the music, arrange the music?
Let's see.
You played it on the keyboards.
I played the first CD we made. It was a straight piano vocal, right?
Yes, but I mean at the first performance, you played the keyboards.
Oh yeah, on the first performance, I played the keyboard. I put the keyboards on the side somewhere.
Yeah.
And at this performance, we're using tracks.
Well, how long is the play?
How long? It's 1 hour, 58 minutes, and 33 seconds. I don't know. It's about 2 hours.
About 2 hours?
Yes, about 2 hours. There's an intermission.
And you used all experienced actors?
We got good actors for this show. Yeah.
Local people? You bring them in from out of state?
Well, except for Al Pacino. We have Al Pacino in this. And let's see, Robert De Niro's in it, and we have let's see.
Meryl Streep.
Meryl Streep.
Yeah, well, good cast. Good cast.
Yeah.
Now, you're doing this live. So what do you do in a live situation when somebody makes a mistake?
Nobody makes mistakes on our show.
You just keep going.
You just keep going, go with it?
Yeah.
How often do you practice before you?
Well, we're in rehearsals right now.
Yeah.
So by the time people see this, it'll be almost done. But it takes a while to get it. But the cast has got a lot of energy.
Well, they got a lot to learn. They got to learn all the songs and.
We did some readings before this.
Yeah.
And in the readings, I played the lead, but I realized that I was not a very good actor, so I said we got to find somebody better than me.
A lot of people might not know what a reading is. You want to tell them what a reading is?
That's where everybody sits down and no, we did it. Actually, we didn't do a reading around a table. We did a reading where you get a stage and everybody has the script in their hand and they read the part. They don't really act it out a little, and we do the songs when they come up.
There's an audience.
There's an audience.
There's an audience. You're just sitting in chairs with your reading from the script and singing.
No, we're standing up.
We're standing up doing it.
But it was really helpful because especially playing one of the parts. Gene played the narrator. That we met somebody who just tells what's going on. And I played the lead part, and it helped me realize, hey, this line's no good. You know, I got to change it. No, nobody can say that. So being in the cast really helps a lot to fix up the script.
Yeah. And how many rehearsals before the curtain opens?
Whatever it is, it's not enough, right? So, but it'll be at the Jewish Community Center in Bellevue on September 28th at 7:30 and September 29th at 2 p.m. Yeah.
How about background? Have you guys worked together in any other plays?
We probably wrote some other songs.
We wrote some songs that was a song signed by a publisher who never did anything with it, which is like 30,000 other people in this town.
Yeah, yeah.
The Christmas song.
Yeah. But he came up with an idea called Santa Likes the Rich Kids More. It was good. It was good. It was good though. Because we were laughing. It's a serious song.
Well, you know, it's so true, you know.
Yeah, that's good. It's a good song. I don't know how come we never did anything with it.
I don't know.
Oh well. Anyway, the songs on this, I'll read you some of the songs in it. It's a rough life out there. The third song is We Need to Smell Your Butt. You know, dogs walk around. You know. Then we have a song called His Bark is Worse Than His Bite. A song called A Breed Apart, which is a love song. A song called Keep Your Paws Off Me. A song called I'm Proud to Be a Mutt. Man, I'm a Lucky Dog. The Most Beautiful Bitch in the World. On This Side of Heaven. Inside. Cousin to the Wolf. And It's a Rough Life, reprise. But
nice.
The one with the most beautiful bitch in the world. Now we can say that because we're talking about a dog.
Yeah.
Right? And we have a video to that one, which may not show.
Why don't we show it?
Don't you love the way she walks with her tail flapping up in the air? Acting like she doesn't notice everyone that turns to stare. She seems to float, it's almost like her feet don't even touch the ground. And every time she barks I think that I just heard the sweetest sound. And oh, that fur, when the sun hits her it shines. And all those spots that she's got are so fine. I've been around, I guess I must have known about 1 million girls. But she's got to be the most beautiful bitch in the world. Beautiful bitch. Beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful bitch. Beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful bitch. Beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful bitch. Don't you love the way she smiles with her tongue sticking out to the side? Dripping with saliva while her mouth is hanging open wide. She's got big brown eyes and whiskers growing underneath her nose. Check out those hairy legs, did you get a good look at those? The pretty paws, the little claws and those ears. Her floppy jowls make me howl when she's near. When she falls asleep, she wraps herself up in a little curl. She's got to be the most beautiful bitch in the world. Beautiful bitch. Beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful bitch. Beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful bitch. Beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful bitch. Oh, I'd rather look at her than chase a rabbit or go barking at squirrel. She's got to be the most beautiful bitch. She's got to be the most beautiful bitch. She's got to be the most beautiful bitch in the world.
world.
You
Yeah.
want to tell the plot, Gene?
Okay, there's Frisbee.
Don't tell the whole thing, though.
Frisbee runs away from home, learns a lot of stuff, comes back. Is that too much or not
You
enough?
always told them the end. They're not going to see it now.
Oh no, he comes
Well,
back.
he runs away from home. He's curious to know what life is like being a stray. And there's his adventures with the strays and what he learns and the struggles that the strays individually and as a group have, just like people.
Yeah.
And everybody's facing up to their canine demons and falling in love and falling out of love and yipping and a yowling.
And he learns that there's no place like home. He comes
Well,
back.
yeah.
What
Oh, the
happens-
grass
he
isn't
has-
greener or
No,
whatever,
he
yeah.
has these little slippers, and
And he clicks them
clicks
together.
them together and says, NEM, there's no place like home. But it's funny, and it's
Yeah.
sad, and it's happy, and it's got a lot of different emotions.
Nice.
Yeah.
What about costumes? Were the actors they're going to be dressed like dogs?
Yeah, Chrissy Wicks, who was a member of this station, is going to do the costumes, and we just got a makeup person who's going to do face makeup for people.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Now, are there any villains? Are there people who don't like dogs?
Rocky.
Well, they're dogs.
Even the villains are
No,
dogs?
yeah, the villains are dogs. There's two dogs. And there's someone who's not quite a villain. He's kind of like Haskell. He's kind of like a difficult
A
person.
wise guy.
He's a wise guy. He's got an attitude like he wants to fight with everybody. And but he's not really a villain. He's someone that you come to appreciate, that he's dealing with things, and he's got to deal with his demons, and after all, he's only canine.
We have a character called the Terminator, who's the dog catcher, but we never see him.
Oh, you just talk about him?
The dogs talk about him. The Terminator's coming after somebody, like a dog catcher says, "The Terminator's coming! Get out of here!" That kind of thing.
Now, is the Terminator also a dog if we were to see him?
No, we don't see him. The Terminator's
person.
but you don't see him.
Okay.
And there's other people that are talked about.
Well, but not
people
seen.
are talked about.
Right.
Yeah.
Does it sound interesting? Do we make this interesting?
I'm
I can't wait to
interested.
see
I
it.
want to go see the
Yeah.
play.
I can't
As a matter
hardly
of-
wait.
In fact, I would like to take this home with me and have both of you sign it, if you wouldn't mind.
Really?
Oh, sure.
How much money you got?
Not much. We can't talk. We can't talk about money on the show.
All right. So we gave everybody a pretty good idea, right?
Of the
And-
show?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. In between this, All right. So that's it. So can I take control back of the show?
Yes, you can. This will be. We'll go back to the Jesse Goldberg show.
All right. So I'm taking this back from Chico and the B-Man, minus the B-Man.
B-Man. Yeah, that's right.
Minus the
B-Man's on
B-Man.
vacation.
Right. Okay. So we're back to my show, and we're just about done.
I'm not phony, I'm not cool. I'm not ashamed or embarrassed when I drool. What you see is what you get. It's not easy being someone else's pet. Maybe you are thinking that my owners have me spoiled, but let me tell you something, hope this doesn't sound disloyal. It's a rough life, living up to Lassie, it's a rough life. Trying to be so classy when I'm going through the garbage for a midday snack. Knowing I'm in trouble when the folks get back, it's a rough life. When fleas live on your belly, it's a rough life. When people call you smelly, I'm developing a complex, I might need a shrink. They blame me every time that something starts to stink. It's a rough life. Begging for a cookie, it's a rough life. Never getting nookie. They chase me from the kitchen when I start to beg. They think that I'm perverted when I hug their leg. It's a rough life, someone's got to do it. You might think there's nothing to it, but you don't know till you've been through it. It's It's a rough, 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 rough life. I want to go, but they say stay. Sometimes they want me to play, pleasing humans every day. It's a rough, 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 rough life.
I'm a lucky dog to have friends like you, to pick me up when I feel blue. Through thick and thin, you're tried and true. Man, I'm a lucky dog.
I'm a lucky dog to have room to play. Nobody tells me to sit or stay. I live my life in my own way. Man, I'm a lucky dog. Running with the pack, my buddies watch my back when there's unexpected company. Together we are strong, I know where I belong. A lucky can of canine be.
I'm a lucky dog to have food to eat, air to breathe, and a place to sleep. It ain't that hard living on the street. Man, I'm a lucky dog.
I'm a lucky dog, 'cause you don't demand I be anything other than what I am. You're my pals, you understand. Man, I'm a lucky dog.
And when my life is done and my time has come, I'm gonna go with no regret. 'Cause I can truly say I'm living every day. How lucky can a canine get? I'm a lucky dog to run wild and free, just like I was meant to be. I can lift my leg on any tree. Man, I'm a lucky dog. Man, I'm a lucky, man, I'm a lucky, man, I'm a lucky dog. It's a rough life, living up to Lassie. It's a rough life, trying to be so classy when I'm going through the garbage for a midday snack, knowing I'm in trouble when the folks get back. It's a rough life, when fleas live on your belly. It's a rough life, when people call you smelly. I'm developing a complex, I might need a shrink. They blame me every time that something starts to stink. It's a rough life, begging for a cookie. It's a rough life, never getting nookie. They chase me from the kitchen when I start to beg. They think that I'm perverted when I hug their leg.